took this trade in C period. You can see how it pulled back. I was waiting for it to get to the top of that main node there. I did kind of, I put in a couple at that little notch in the profile, the volume profile, and then I added my other ones here when we got to this VWAP. So I put a stop over the A period. It looked to me like we were just kind of cycling back and forth. And then what I was really looking at was that yellow line down there where the arrow was pointed to. That's the POC from yesterday. So I thought if we did, I thought we'd at least rotate back to the bottom, which is kind of where my first order is. And then if we could break that B low, break the A low, then I thought, the next stop would be that POC down there. What I was watching for here also was if we were to come down, or especially if we got into D period and it come down and it got into that POC area and bounced out of there, then, to me, that would be a break in rotation and we might be moving higher. Otherwise, I would look for it the other way, which is actually what ended up happening. This grinds around here a little bit and then it gets going. And we'll highlight that POC area. I was looking at that market profile POC, and it's the main part of the volume profile, and then you have the volume profile POC in there as well. I wanted to see it cut right through that area. Like I said, if we got down there, especially if we were in D period and it come down and got a hard bounce out of there, I'd kill the trade. And obviously, if we started pushing hard to break over the B period, I would close the trade. You can see I'm looking at that area now. Right in there. You do have that volume profile POC there as well. So I was looking at that whole area. But what I really wanted was to see this give up, which this trade, it never really does just totally give up. So it does make it through this area, but it doesn't just totally collapse the way I wanted it to. But I'll see as it gets down here, it just keeps fighting and fighting. And then to me, that was a good sign that it was going to do exactly what it does in the D period, where it bounces back up. And so instead of totally falling apart in C period, it bounces back up in D and you had a chance to hit it again. And then it does make it down to that and through that yesterday's POC. You can see right here how it's, it made it through that POC area, but it's just still really fighting. And that's why I brought the stops down. I thought if it bounced hard out of here, then I would just be out of it and I would start from scratch. See, I'm looking at that B low. I didn't like how this was stepped up. You had the A period and the B period and the C period. So I took my first one there. That was about 25 ticks. I always like to get that first one off just so, I don't end up with nothing here when it's that close. And it would make sense. That's about the area. Like, let's say the D period opened, stepping up just a little bit. That's kind of the area, if it wasn't going to make it, that would go to. If you're looking at the B and then you measured it up a little bit, kind of the same distance for the D period, it would be right in there. Because I just thought by the time we got down to this part, it would just let go and we'd break that B low, which would push us down to the A low. Just how it ended up doing. And here I grabbed that next one. Same thing. It's right at that B low. So that would be an area that it would turn or bounce out of there. Then even here, I thought this would really break loose. I started grabbing them. And this is 4 times the speed that it normally was. So you have to take that into account too. Seeing even here, same thing. And then I was thinking, the way that this is fighting so hard, it might do exactly what it did, where, it just couldn't make it. So it's got to bounce back up, get some more momentum before it can break to that low. And I was worried I was stuck in it here. And I thought, if we got to the next D period, this would be an area, to just move my stop back up to break even, let's say. And then the D period should come right around that area, right around the POC area, and then take it the rest of the way. But it does make it towards that C low in the D period when it opens. When that didn't continue, that kind of triggered that thinking of, this is going to want to go up higher. So when I get another chance here with the D period, I go ahead and close it out. And then, like I said, the D period did bounce up and you had a chance to hit that again, looking for the same thing. Or you're looking for that POC is what I would have been looking for. And obviously it went farther. And then you had the initial balance down there. So that would be the next thing I would look at. It's just such a balanced profile, or a big volume profile node there that, it's really, it could easily just turn into rotating here. So, and that, it wasn't going to go any further down. I just thought that POC would be such a big draw. Otherwise you had the volume profile value area low there. You can see we made it right through there. That's what I'm pointing out there with the cursor. So here you have the D period. And I was looking for this, like I said, if this bounced up basically to the top of that larger node on the volume profile, which is pretty close to where that stop is. So I'd have to move that up, and re-enter some contracts. But I went ahead and took it there when we started pushing towards the C low, because again, this would look, if it bounced down like that and then started heading up, I could just re-enter. So I took it there for about 45 ticks.